Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Welcome everyone. This is kind of like a new initiative that we both, me and Tengi, decided to do because she's seen how successful I've done for my other podcast. Oh no lah, just saying that.
Yeah, go around just to say that, right? Use me as excuse, right?
Yeah, no, seriously, this podcast is something that we always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because one thing that we found that we have in common, of all the things that we have in common, is we like to chit chat about relationship stuff.
Heart to heart.
Heart to heart. So this topic.
Basically, simply put, we like to sampa lah.
Yeah. So this podcast is like a heart to heart session, where I think we wanted to kind of like kick things out for just in the podcast version. So welcome everyone who is listening. I hope someone will find this very helpful. But this is it's not about camera or not about all the other topics. It's all about relationships. So we're just gonna wing it. There's no intro to it. There's no. It's just more of like trying out and see how people feel about this kind of program. But the topic that we're gonna talk about is actually what is it about?
How can you tell when someone likes you?
Oh yeah.
Whether a guy or girl?
Yeah. So I think it's more logical that I let ladies start first.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
how do you feel as a girl side?
Like, how do I know whether someone like me or not? Like, as in of the opposite sex, is it?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, is it because I've been out of the game for so long? I forget already how it feels. Okay, last time, how I know? Actually, I don't know because I think most girls, if we don't like the guy, we will not think too much. We will just think that the guy is just being friendly, unless he's like really, really, really super obvious, like what, buy flower, buy rose, buy cake, buy like, you know, I love you, that kind of like very obvious gifts. If not, other than that, you will have to be pretty straightforward for us to know.
No, but
Yeah.
as a guy perspective, I have seen cases where even though that girl has kind of like a certain like already know back end like what she wants and what she doesn't want, somehow guys still felt like it's being led on. Do you have any excuse for that?
Okay, I got experience before. I got tell you before, so
Yeah,
right?
she's come back.
No. Okay, so last time I was working part time. Then there was this guy that liked me, but then on my defense, I didn't know that he liked me. He was just, I don't know, very friendly. Then we got go home, take bus together. Maybe I scumbag lah, but I mean, to me it wasn't obvious. To me, that was like just like being a friend, going home together. Cause you know it's Sun Lu ma, cause he stay like what Woodlands, I stay Yishun. Yeah, so I didn't take it like too much, or I didn't take it that like he liked me, until he started asking me out like one-on-one, like to this place. Where was it? Somehow it wasn't even a nice restaurant. It was just like Swensen. So I thought like, oh, okay lor, just like normal friend lor.
Maybe that's all he can afford.
Yeah lah, maybe like I don't know.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's how much he can afford, and you are judging based on where It's not really fair.
So after that, he confessed. So only then that I realized that he liked me. Then only then I was like, oh, all makes sense already. Yeah. But then after that, I rejected him kindly lah. Yeah.
So the guy have no sense until you reject.
No, so after that he got angry with me for what? Saying that how can I not know that he liked me? He was so obvious, blah blah blah. But I really, really honestly didn't know. Yeah, then he got angry at me for like leading him on when I didn't. All I did was take a bus with him.
But I think guys are just threading on the grey zone between friend zone and still have a chance. And that part I agree lah, cause I've been a victim of that So through the years, last time I really experienced, we don't dare to do the leap of faith, and that's why we are usually very bad casualties. And I think okay lah. Frankly speaking, I'm speaking for the guys out there. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong to say this, but usually before you confess, you are
That's water
65 to 60% kind of already know what the girl's answer is gonna be. I'm not sure whether I'm right to say that. I'm just gonna put it out there, let everyone or let all the guys digest it and kind of like feel whether I'm right to say that.
I think in our case, cause we chatted like every day, like long essay kind, we kind of got the feel that we really like each other before.
You talk about us,
confess.
talk about
Yeah,
the
we
guy
talk about
then.
us.
Oh, oh.
No,
I was like,
us
shit,
lah.
why suddenly like and why suddenly don't
So
like?
why suddenly got another guy? Yeah, so we already sort of know how we feel about each other. Cause in our case, it was quite obvious.
No.
No man.
No, before we confirm like
Went
after
out on a date.
like past the whole hand part, then that is confirmed. But before that, it's all question mark. Like I cannot guarantee that it's a yes because we only known each other for like a month or like a month plus. There's no way for me to kind of like it haven't even reached the 60% mark. I think it's just like a 25%, 30% mark. Because I was
Okay,
thought,
then how do you know that I liked you?
no, I actually thought it will be until like 6 months, then I kind of like know whether you like me or
Wow,
not.
so long.
Yeah, but I don't know I actually end the game quite fast.
Fast game.
The chasing game like end up takes a lot faster.
Yes, yeah, 1 month only.
No, lah, but if it's a true thing where the girl likes you, it doesn't take very long because it's like you like her and she like you, then that's all it takes, what? To kickstart lah doesn't mean that is you can maintain. Maintain is another topic, but to kickstart to to acknowledge that like the both parties like each other, that's how long it takes or it's supposed to take. But unless you have like past traumatic experience, or like some girls have like very bad experience, abusive boyfriends, or some guy just like very shy and everything. That will add
That'll
on
be
to the
different case
thing
lah,
lah.
yeah.
I'm not saying across the board. I'm just saying generally if both are in a normal state of mind and there's no like exes or exes have been like years later, then more or less a normal state will be that fast. But I know life is complicated. No one's perfect, so there will be all the complication. But different relationship got different timeline lah. We cannot define how fast, how slow. But this is just a general guideline. And yeah, at that moment, yeah lor, I only can confirm is only when I hold her hand. Then that's I kind of know that okay, that is way past 60% mark. That's like already know that it's kind of like
No lah, I
chop.
think when I say yes to going out with you, you really sort of know what.
No, going out doesn't mean as a friend.
That's true.
Can be as a friend.
I think for us girls, if we go out one-on-one, unless it's a friend that we've known for like 5 years, 10 years, close friends, that kind, we won't really go out one-on-one with another guy unless we are interested in them romantically.
Again, that's her perspective.
Yeah, that's my perspective. I don't know
Not
whether it's the
accurate.
same for all girls, but
No, I mean, some friends or some girlfriends might be very sociable to guys. We have a few friends that are like that, and they are very okay to go out with guy friends. I mean, provided both are single lah.
no, but then like you said, guy friends means they are already friends. But if you're strangers that just got to know each other, I don't classify them as friends yet.
Acquaintance
So
lah.
yeah, I will take that as going out as dates. Dating, yeah.
There you go, guys. So now you know like where you should be at now at your current stage if you are chasing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like quite a good benchmark. Yeah, I think by far when we discuss so much, right, I think this is by far the most accurate in terms of the most like a generic ruler
Generic,
lah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
but I got an experience to share though. There was once in secondary school when I thought like this guy liked me, cause he was like texting me a lot and then like being super friendly. So I went to be straightforward and asked him like, do you like me? Then turned out he really didn't like me. He was just like really super friendly. So it can go both ways. Like sometimes the guy might really like you, but then you don't know. Or sometimes you think that someone like you, but actually they don't like you. So
Okay, bottom
very hard
line,
to tell,
bottom line. I this is the trend. Bottom line is right. As much as it hurts to verify the answer, right? Guys just have to take the initiative to ask. Like it will be painful if it doesn't go your way, but the bottom line is there's no right formula to sense it before you attack it. You already should, even though you may or may not know what will happen, but you have to take the initiative to ask. I think the key word is ask. Ask, then you
ask
shall receive.
and you will
lah.
get received.
Receive.
Yes, you will
It's so
receive.
intense. You have to receive. Yeah, you have to receive
Yeah,
this.
because if you don't ask, you won't know.
Yeah, so
You will never know.
yeah, I think.
But then, throw another question back at you. What if it's between friends who have known each other for like 5 years, then suddenly one of them develop feelings, but then like the person is scared to confess because scared that the friendship might be different after that, like awkward or what. Like basically, don't want the friendship to be ruined lah, just because one
Okay.
person has developed feelings. Then should the person still confess
No,
and ask?
I okay. This is the age-old question, right? Like all this scenario that you have described, but it always comes back to, it takes two hands to clap if you want the friendship to collapse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like already, okay. If the person confess, if the guy confess to the girl, then the girl say no. Either both will say okay, let's move on.
Ah.
But if one of them doesn't move on, then that's where the friendship will collapse because the other one really not willing to move on, mah. So usually people say that I confess the friendship will break up, right? I it's a 50-50 for me because I have seen cases where confess, then they still become they are still good friends, mah. That means they will move on as best friends, lah.
Okay.
They cannot proceed to a romantic relationship, but they can still be friends. And I've seen people like really like once gonna shut
Like
off.
really, the
like,
guy don't like for example, if it's the guy like he totally stopped liking the girl.
Yeah, I feel that as the friendship duration extends, right, it's harder for both parties to just like get on then don't see bye bye lor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the friendship will become
Stronger.
than the confession. It's those that like 3 months, 6 months, then later go and confess. That's where because it's very easy to just like throw one side and then it's less painful lah. But if the friendship is there already very strong, like 5 years, 3 years, then they will also put in consideration like, I mean it's still a friendship, blah blah blah. Then both will make an effort to at least preserve the friendship. It will be awkward at the start. No one says it's not going to be awkward, but at least both parties move on lah. I think that is what I'm thinking lor. Yeah.
Okay, so you believe that they can still remain as friends even after the confession, and basically you should confess lah.
Depend on duration of the friendship.
5 years and above.
Got so long, man. I think 3 years can already.
Really?
5 years is ridiculous lah. I mean, seriously, nowadays in the social media age, who can last 5 years?
That's true.
For our
for our age, we got friends for like more than 10 years already.
those are in secondary school times.
that's true.
I'm talking about like now in the working world.
youngsters,
How the hell can you even get a 5 years?
friendship.
Provided, okay, like, if you don't work at the same company, the chances of you having a 5 years colleague is like very little lah.
Right.
Unless you catch up outside of work lah, which that's your choice lah. Yeah, but I think friendship will get broken if it's in the workspace.
Oh my god, you just literally read my mind.
Yeah, I suddenly-
I was just gonna ask you a question like, okay, then what about between colleagues? Then you just said it.
Yeah, I feel that if it's colleagues, it's no longer about the number of years that you know the person already. In that case, right, confirm awkward one. If it's the same
Okay,
rank, still
so-
okay.
Do you think if like between colleagues they should confess also? Like if someone likes someone and they happen to work together.
Okay, the golden rule in this kind of shit is don't eat where you shit. I'm correct. I'm pretty sure I'm correct when I say that.
The
I-
saying is correct.
Yeah, the thing is correct, but that's my stand. Like, I feel that once you confess, right, you have to face the person 24, no, 24/7
You
lah.
workaholic. Eh?
8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So confirm awkward one. I don't think you can just move on like that. And because it depends on the rank. If the person is higher rank than you, then you're
Or
all
like
working
if
under the same
things
department.
Don't work out.
Yeah.
They might bring their.
Yeah, the whole chemistry of the team. You're not just like two of them. It can like
Then they
implicate
might,
the
like,
whole team.
Take out whatever grievances they have on you personally.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
Of course, I've never seen anyone does that before, like confess in the workspace. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awkward. I'm not sure whether you have here anyone like does or like went into that shithole before.
Workplace. Huh?
Yeah.
Don't have workplace, but happened in the same clique before. As in, like, two of my friends
same
we
clique
were
lah.
like in
But
the
that's
same
schooling
clique.
days lah.
Yeah, schooling days. But it was equally awkward also because, like, when they broke up, we had to, like, sort of like choose sides.
Oh.
Yeah.
But do you really have to choose sides? I mean, it's up to both of them, man. You guys are not
as in, like,
implicated.
of course, after they broke up, they still continued hanging out together with us, like, as a group. But then, after a while, you can feel like it's really
Tension,
awkward.
ah.
Yeah, then one of them just slowly left and then moved away because, like, as in, like, we sort of chose sides in a way, like, because, like, we chose to stick with the girl. Then after that, the guy just slowly left the group. Just
No,
like that. Naturally.
Is the girl? Does the girl move on? Or does the guy move on? Or like is it
The
one
girl
of them?
moved on first.
Yeah, means the guy never move on because he's still holding it. And when you hold it, then it's so painful. You leave the group, lor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see the theory still stands, like, because one of them don't want to let go. And of course, as the guy being friend zone already, actually I don't know lah. I know it's painful lah. I went through that before. But you really have to let go lor. You really have to move on lah. If not, very very 辛苦. Then you lose all your friends in that group leh.
Yes, yeah.
Just because you cannot let go of the girl. So the main thing is really let go. But 讲容易 lah.
Yeah,
Say very
easier
easy.
said than done.
Yeah, but really doing it is another story lah. I salute the people that keep trying. Not easy in this world and age of next time we can talk about
Talk about what?
using apps.
Oh, but we never used before too.
I mean we personally never used before, but we can put our input into it lah. Like we can like kind of like say how we feel about it.
Yeah.
I think because when during our time, I sound so old. During our time,
Speak for
right?
yourself.
2011 during that era, right? Still
when we got
not
together,
so
yeah,
still not so
2011.
like app frenzy yet. I don't think Tinder came out on 2011.
I don't know. I've never used Tinder. I've never used Coffee.
Yeah,
Mate
during that
Maker.
period, I
all
never
this.
hear any apps that can does like this kind of like arrangement for you. So how we did was still using
Actually,
the
we never
message.
say
and
our
was-
story of how we got together. Yeah.
That's another story lah. Today we have a topic.
Okay.
But I'm not sure whether our phone have any more questions from whoever that want to
Nope.
ask. Oh no, so sad. I think because it's the first episode lah. So I think no one knows like how it will work. So
Oh, here.
have.
Oh, they have.
Oh we have. It's from
Yay,
Jonathan
okay,
Toe. Oh, welcome Jonathan Toe to our
Okay,
podcast.
I'll read.
Okay.
Okay. Was there distance between both of you, like a long distance relationship? And if so, how did both of you manage it? Oh, good question.
Good question, Jonathan.
Is it because you're experiencing one now?
Not really. Oh yeah,
I think he is.
He could be. Yeah, okay. Jonathan, you're listening, right? Even though I haven't seen you in person, I really like you already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No lah, I think he with this Burmese girl. She very chill, not bad.
Really, man?
Yeah, I got see on Instagram. Later show you.
Oh.
Okay, anyway,
Jonathan.
answering the question. I think long distance, cause I'm Burmese, so like that time when we just started dating, I was still schooling like uni, so I will always go back for very long. Every time there's a school holiday, like 1 month, or there was once like it was more
That's
than
the
1 month,
longest.
1.5 months. Yeah, so that to us was like the
Longest.
Yeah, longest long distance. But okay lah, he's very independent, even though needy when I'm here. But when I'm not there, he's also very independent. I'm also very
Oh.
independent.
So
he
it's
won't
the
like
person is
he won't
needy.
like come and kacau me, keep sending me message this and that. Then I also sometimes too happening, then lazy to reply. But we always made it a point to like send whatever we're going through that day in message form to each other, regardless of whatever time or however long the other person takes to reply.
Oh yeah. I think true lah. Half of it lah. No lah, 3/4 of it
Half.
is true lah. No, because okay,
3/4.
I'm a person that enjoys the solitude, the loner kind of thing. As a person that I recharge through being alone. So in that sense, right, it's actually a blessing having long distance relationship. But of course, ours not long enough to become. No, no. Our case is not really a long distance until like super long, but 1.5 months lah. But how we managed to kind of like coast through, right? In theory lah, is like you will expect replies to be slower than normal. You really have that kind. You need to have mental state lah. To tell yourself like it's normal to have late replies.
Don't have expectations.
Yeah, because okay, a lot of people might not know. People never go Myanmar don't know. There's a time difference between Singapore and Myanmar.
Okay lah, 1.5 hours only.
No, but 1 hour still time difference ma.
Yeah,
So your normal reply time will also change ma. Because you technically wake up earlier. We consider wake up later lah. So the reply, the time phasing also different. So I might go to sleep earlier, which I always do. Then you might wake up later than you usually do. So the reply, and of course she go there not to, I mean of course to have fun. So you need to know that she's there for vacation.
With
then
family.
she might not have the time to jaga the timing lah. You have to also be understanding like the mental state of someone going overseas has to tweak a bit. You cannot expect it to be normal. Because physically they're not there already. Of course, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling. But if you really feel something like, as a guy, like if you really feel like you miss the person,
let them know.
Let them know.
Yeah, communicate.
Do something about it. Like, like distract yourselves. Play a sport that you have not touched for long. So, do something, get your adrenaline running, do other things. That's the time where you can go back to
things that
your
you haven't
singlehood
done,
lah.
sort
But don't cheat lah. I'm just saying that all the things you can do, just don't cheat lah.
Yeah.
And for Jonathan, maybe yours a little bit more trickier lah, because theirs is really long distance lah. Assuming the girl is still in Myanmar lah. And we have a friend that survived long distance.
Yeah, they're happily married now.
Yeah,
with
they're
like,
married with a kid.
A kid,
So it does work. It's just that both of y'all have to talk things through lor.
Correct, and it will take a lot of effort from both sides, not just one side. So both parties have to put in equal effort. Like for that friend, they both flew here and there every few months just so that they can spend time with each other. Then, of course, when they are not with each other, they will video call or Skype whenever they can. But of course, there's no pressure to always have that also, because sometimes you get busy with work or with life. So, but of course, they will always send each other messages every now and then to reassure each other that it's still there. They still love one another. Yeah, so it might not be the easiest relationship, but you have to get through it together lah, being on the same page.
Yeah, I think but we also have seen experiences that collapse because of long distance relationship. I always wonder, like, is it because the foundation at the start is really bad? That's why when they go long distance, the relationship is like confirm gone.
Yeah, I think foundation is very important, especially trust.
Yeah. I think when they all have that long distance thing gonna pop out soon, right? Like assuming that it's gonna pop out lah, you already must be at the right state of mind. Once the right state of mind is there, it's much easier to handle. There won't
Correct.
be so much drama.
Yeah.
There won't
Cause
be a
like,
lot of shit.
if you guys are on different page or what, like your imagination will run wild, like what is the other person doing there, like never reply me, or is it like cheating around, this and that. But actually the other person is just like who knows at home sleeping or just chilling. Yeah. So you must communicate lah. That's why communication is very important for these kind of things.
Yeah, you really have to. Yeah, really. Yeah, I think the moment spent, you can think it that way lah. Like when you all manage to see each other already, that makes the moment that you all spend together much more
Worth it.
special lah.
Yeah.
Because you all are limited, so it becomes like very exclusive lor. So yeah, you can think it in. Yeah, it's the right state of mind. Like, you really must think in the right positive way.
I don't know
That's
you
healthy.
will feel like this or not, but every time when I'm like overseas, cause I always travel without him.
I know.
But like, don't be sad.
Traveling but miss me. Hashtag.
No,
Hashtag.
So whenever I see something interesting or something fun, I always think of you like, if only you're here, or if only I can share it with you. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So see whether you guys have that kind of mindset also not. Yeah. I don't know whether it's normal or not, but I think it's healthy.
Or
share it with
okay,
your
actually
partner.
you wanna simplify it also, can you? There's an easier way to handle it, which is like having ritual lor. Simple rituals ah. Like for me is morning must message her lor. Then you look forward to it, then you kind of like expect. Okay. Shouldn't use the word expect. In case she's busy.
We just say don't have expectation.
Yeah. Like just at least you keep you wanted like, do you don't know when she will reply you, then when she reply you, then you appreciate the reply mah. Like all these small little things become more precious to you lah. You might take it for granted, but then now because she's not there, it becomes more special lah. Yeah, so yeah, just don't think about the negative stuff. Yeah, because I believe your friends also got a few long distance relationship that fail and
I think
succeed one.
the main thing is cause like some people they will think that am I spamming too much by talking about my day, this and that. So you should communicate with your partner first whether like this is okay. Who knows, your partner love reading all this even though your partner has no time to reply. But then you might take it as maybe my partner think that I'm very irritating cause I keep spamming. But actually it's not. So you must communicate with each other before the long distance starts, like if I tell you about my day, this and that, is it okay? Then the other partner will be like, if I don't reply also, it's okay. You don't think too much. Yeah.
And also to stack on her thing, right, is also the tone of the message. I think because the message cannot convey tone properly, so really must make sure that you all both understand each other messaging language.
Yeah, misunderstandings can occur very easily.
If you all got anything that is best conveyed through call, better do so lah.
Yeah.
Don't just write out like one sentence and expect the person to dissect the whole tone, meaning, everything. Something important, right? Call. Then you can save. If not, later you create more trouble for each other. Then later you're more confused.
Yeah. Like who knows? Like your partner just messaged something like, I had a long tiring day. So I didn't have time to reply you, or like whatever lah, like that lor. So but their tone is like normal, tired. But then who knows, when you're reading you feel like
Uninterested.
uninterested, but actually that's not the point at all. So this can be quite dangerous also.
True.
So.
There's actually more tips lah. It's just that I think
we can have a one episode just
yeah,
for
I think
this.
but we don't want to. I think we can do a separate episode for that.
Yeah.
Just end of the day is just don't dwell on like the negativity side, unless she's having menses so some girls, okay, menses is another thing menses and how to handle it is I think we can suddenly think of a lot of episodes that we can talk about. Menses and how we handle the dragon. I think that is like that's how you all handle the dragon or menses, every single one.
I also don't have. I don't have SMP and MS one. I only get hungry.
That is on the next podcast. if I feel that if I say something wrong now, I think we will have relationship problem. So I shall just avoid it lah.
Got another question. Arnold Gold.
Nah. Okay, sorry, Anna. Your question is totally not relevant to relationship. How small business can use on marketing to extend business reach, and that's not expensive what people think.
Okay, next.
Anna, last chance. I let you ask relationship question. You ask marketing question. Wow, stare your face. Wow, another Korean. I think it's virus.
I think basically be brave lah. If you want something, just go for it. You never know until you try. Cause I mean, if you don't try, you will never have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
but
the worst case that can happen? You get rejected, you move on to someone else, you stop wasting your time.
5 years ago, you asked me this question. I think the direct way. Hey, stop.
Sorry.
Irritating.
Your face like irritating. 8 years together.
No, as 5 years ago, you asked me this question, right? I would usually say, oh, okay, guys should do it. Then you just take it, suck it up lah. But now you ask me, right? I with all the feminism and like treat equal rights and everything, right? This time round, the ball should be balanced. It should be a fair game. Why girls cannot confess? Girls can confess what?
Huh?
I mean, since you all want to be equality, right? You all don't want
to
you all,
be fair-
then that means girls can chase
To
guys
be
lah.
fair, I was the one who asked you. You like me.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
No, as in it's okay for girls to ask one. No need paiseh one. Then you all can know how to feel like kind of rejected.
Yeah. Just because you ask a guy doesn't mean you're a slut. So.
Yeah. It's not what. I mean, asking is just a question what.
Yeah
You can just whether you say yes or say no only what.
Yeah.
There's no hard and fast rule like saying like why the only the guy can ask if like the guy is like a bit interested. But girls on their part should also give him more hints lah. And you know some guys very stupid one. They give hints right, they cannot receive one. The receiver doesn't work one. So you really must keep throwing hints like dog.
No,
eating-
must really throw the bone at the face.
Yeah, because some guys really cannot one. Like there's another topic like guys cannot receive any like information. Like if girls hint also, the guys just doesn't get it. And then like girls always say, why guys always don't understand? Because the guy don't understand mah. Like the language of the two people, like how guy and girl react is very different. So things that you think the guy know, right? The guy sometimes don't know one.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a guy thing.
Do you think it's the guy's fault?
They're just made that way, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of girls don't understand. Then they will say like, well, why this guy like that? Why like that? Why never use their brain? But then they use their brain, but their brain not programmed
function
to.
that way.
Yeah.
Function that way.
Then they have to understand from our perspective lah. Like we are not perfect. Yeah. Of course, some guys can understand better than they receive better lah. But the way they do things will be different. Then sometimes girls don't like receive already do things wrong. Also gonna.
Okay, that one's for another episode.
Agitated.
Calm down.
That's another topic.
Next time we will ask the question like one day before.
Yeah, I'm really sorry because I told her to post earlier, but it took her hours before she.
Okay lah, to be fair, today this podcast was quite impromptu. We just decided to.
Yeah,
do it.
I think we will be doing more like. It's a nice chat and we can go in depth to topics that we.
Got a lot of stories.
No, because we talk about it. Oh yeah, one question I want to ask. I don't know whether people can even listen to this far or not.
Ask me or ask them.
Ask both
Oh.
viewers and you guys. Like, is it okay for us to use NUS Whisperer to kind of like plug topics from there? Then do you think it's okay to do so? I mean, of course, we won't name like which article where we read lah. But we
I
just
think
kind
it's
of
okay,
plug
because anyway
ideas
it's
from there.
public also on there.
Yeah, but it's anonymous lah. So I think we will just because we are trying to kind of like plug. Because okay, usually how we have this conversation topic is we will plug. We will kind of
We will read
we will read
all
lah. We are like
stories.
daily readers of NUS Whisperer. Then they usually will share relationship problems, and usually we have the answers, or we have very similar answers to the commenters. Then we usually have our internal chat.
Yeah.
And because of this internal chat, we felt like, we can bring this out to everyone that is watching. Then at least they can know. People younger than us can actually understand, and people older than us can laugh at us lah. So, so this is just one thing. When we be 10 years down the road and we watch this, and we feel like, we are so stupid. Like,
Okay.
but
Until
it,
then.
for our age to guide people from their early 20s, I think it's very good. I personally think that this will definitely help people lah. And you are not alone, lor. Everybody faces problem. Relationship problem, everybody also face one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that you all don't
Like you
know.
might
People
feel
don't
that
say.
now you will be forever alone and nobody will love you, but then I don't know lah. It's just the right one will come. Just be patient. Just continue doing what you like to do, and the right person will come along. Yeah. Or just use apps. But that's
Yeah.
for another episode.
Yeah, app is definitely something that we're gonna talk about lah.
Yeah.
Because there's a
Because
really
I think now
good
it's a
case.
different time and age for dating
Yeah.
as compared to last time.
I think the way that
Just
we
started.
communicate also very, very different already. So no choice lah. Like people, humans to be able to connect each other is really via apps. The new way of communicating. So Happy New Year, guys! Happy New Year. Then maybe we will do like a 1 month each or something. Yeah.
So
then
next
we
one will
will
be
talk.
after Chinese New Year.
Yeah, we will have this popping up soon, more often for you guys, so we can create this community, really check things out. Yeah. So I see you guys
Who knows,
next.
next time we can have guests also.
We can have guests, but for now it's just both of us in our lovely home. Very cozy. That's how we like it. So yeah, we will chat to you guys next time. Bye.